All right, I'm going to work through the Tinkercad 3D slicer project. So first, find something you've made. I chose this thing, but you could choose the food you made last week or anything. Just make it something that's doesn't fill up the whole screen. Something that's tall is better than something that's short. I don't know. You'll see what's up in a second. Move the object back into that corner, and then we want to hold down the shift key and click on this until the object is 40 millimeters tall. Exactly. So you can drop it down to there. All right. And then I'm going to further move it to the corner. Now I'm going to zoom in on that. You can hold down shift and control and drag, and it changes. It lets you bring something, kind of into the center if you need it. And then I want you to drag over a hole, a rectangular hole, and drag it down so it's 5 millimeters tall, and make sure that it's wide enough to cover your whole thing. See how this, from any angle, is more than big enough to enclose my creation. Okay, then click on the hole, duplicate it. I do Control D, and then drag this little thing up until, let's look over on the right, until it's up 5 millimeters. See how it said 5 over here? Then if you do Control D again, 6 more times, you'll have the entire object cut up with these, covered with these hole pieces. Okay, so now we're going to zoom out a little bit. You've got to select everything and duplicate that. I did Control D and I moved it over here. And I'm doing Control D, Control D. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want, I want 8 because I need to keep the original, actually. We need a copy of the original. I forgot to make a copy. Let's see. Let's zoom in here. And let's get the original out of here. And I'm just going to delete these things. So what you need is the original plus 8 copies. We'll see where we're at. Looks great. I'm going to take a screenshot of this for other purposes. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies. Don't worry that they go off the edge here. Now we're going to zoom in, and what you're going to do is on the first copy, you're going to click on the bottom box and delete it. The next one, you're going to click on the second box, and then you're going to click on the third box. Then you're going to click on the fourth box. You see what I'm doing here. The fifth box, the shift control lets you move things over. The sixth box, the seventh box, and the eighth box. All right, and then just being careful to select only one group at a time. I'm selecting this one. I'm going to say group, and notice everything will disappear except the top slice. And now I'm going to select this whole group. Everything disappears but the second from the top, and so on. So you have to have arranged these in a way where you're not accidentally selecting a bunch of them all at once. I mean, I'm only doing one stack at a time. So it's very helpful to do this shift, control, drag. It changes your, it moves around in a way that just turning doesn't. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. And I'm selecting and grouping, and we've isolated one slice for each layer. And then I want you to move everything a little bit closer to, I want them all to fit on the build plate. On the work plane, whatever you want to call it. And so just bring them over as best you can. And what we're going to do is select everything. You can do Control A or drag around everything. Oh, I think there's another thing I didn't get. Awesome. I left off the eighth one. So we select everything, and then don't group. Do this align, and we're going to align in the middle. So they're all in a row from lowest to highest. And that, good people, is today's assignment. Good luck.